Hi everyone, my name is Zackle, and welcome to the stream. Today we're playing this game called Cooking Companions, and I got curious after watching, Food Theory. That pretty awesome, food theory channel, and I was just a little bit confused and concerned. I've never played a visual novel or a romantic sim dating game. You know, I have a boyfriend, but he's not gonna watch the stream. Either way, no, he probably is. But I'm curious because they said it was a horror game, but a cutesy horror game. So I'm just kind of, I don't know what to expect, but I kind of do, knowing like Doki Doki Literature Club and shit. I just want to make sure the audio is not too loud. Wait. What the? What? Oh, what the fuck? What the f- She's- what? Oh my fucking god. No! I don't want to hear them! But I need to check if the audio's okay. Hold on, guys. I don't want to hear this, but I can't tell if you can hear the whisperings though. Jesus Christ, look. Hold on. No! They went away. I swear they were fucking oh my god, I'm gonna shit my goddamn pants. Jesus Christ, though. Okay, I think that's a good volume, and you'll be able to hear the fucking creepy-ass voices if they pop up again. I will murder you if you say that does not exist. Jesus. That's actually kind of scary. Oh my god. I'm running away. Like, I haven't even started the game, and it's already fucking terrifying. Anyway. Options. I want a full screen. Let's have that full screen experience. Just be aware this is a horror game. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's not oh look, it's warning us already. Not suitable for children or those easily disturbed. Do you wish to continue? I will, but if you cannot, I would advise you to leave. Oh! Oh, I love the graphics though. Pretty. The walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing, Gregor. Yes, I do say so myself. Full kitchen, running water, it really has everything. Oh, look at this little squirrel or whatever the fuck that is. A flying squirrel, maybe? And it totally. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. Mariah, or Marie. No, Mariah, right? I can't wait too. Ta! Ah! Achoo! I'm sorry, I don't wanna. Sorry, everyone, it must be the dust. Oh my god. Get those. Karen, her name is a different color. Get those attitudes under control. Gregor, don't worry, guys, I'm sure with a little elbow grease we can make this cabin shine. Karen, so are you volunteering to clean Gregor? No. Anatoly is blue, Gregor's green, and I think she's yellow? No. Doesn't make sense. Not many supplies here. Guess we'll have to go out to get what we need. Okay? No! Oh wait, I accidentally scrolled back. Oh, that's cool. You can scroll back. That is cool. There's a fireplace for making stew, so let's gather up some firewood, okay? Leave that to me, little guy. I'll tidy up around the cabin. Need to save Mariah from dying due to this dust. Mariah's brown. Hey! Allergies are nothing to joke about, Karen. Or is it Kareen? I think it's Kareen. I think that's how you say her name. She's not dead yet, Pipsqueak. Calm down. Jeez. Thanks, Anatoly. Anatoly? Anatoly. I'm gonna say it that way. I think I'll go foraging around outside. He's the cutest. And after that, maybe Mariah. She's sus. He's just a big... I don't know. We'd have to know more about him. So, I trust him. She's already the... I don't trust her. She's in red. You can't trust anyone in red. There are 550 mosses, 900 fungi, and 70 slime molds. There's bound to be treasure up here. Oh. Roughing it up is fun, and it's only knows so much about edible foods. We're in good hands. Yeah, I think the slime molds would be the most delicious. Ugh. Most certainly not. What about the fungi? Do you even know which ones are poisonous, Anatoly? I could figure that out. You can be the canary in the coal mine, Anatoly. Oh. I'm not ending up a corpse here. Keep both eyes open, little guy. Plenty of wolves and brown bears around. It won't be a problem. I read up on 10 different techniques to incapacitate them. Really? Number 1 is... Anatoly! Oh yeah, sorry Mariah. I got carried away again. I'll help Anatoly look for food. I'm definitely better off at warding off wild animals. If we come up empty-handed, we can always eat some of the food we've brought. You mean the emergency rations? Rations? Bad idea, chump. Anatoly and Maria are getting the food. Gregor is gathering the firewood. That makes you our designated chef. Oh, me? Oh, I didn't know I existed yet. Everyone's looking at you expectantly. You nod. Very excited to try your cooking, Mariah says. Alright everyone, let's go to work while there's still sunlight. Okay. Later! Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor. The 3 exit the cabin, leaving you and Karine alone. I think Anatoly put the supplies in the kitchen. Thanks for helping out with the cooking. Tutorial. To save the game, right-click or hit the escape button on your keyboard to pull up the menu. Right-click or hit the... Oh. Save game. Empty data. Back to game. Oh, that's cool. So I need to save like a shit ton, basically, is what it's telling me. Menu will also allow you to adjust volume levels or exit the title screen to view unlockables. It doesn't really do much. Like, it's not letting me mess with the ambience for some reason. Like, at all. The voice, yes. Master speed, I could change it, but it says auto. There we go. It's not letting me mess with the audience. SE, I can. BGM, I can. I don't know what rollback is. But alright. Back to the game. Please note, going back to the main menu or exiting the game without saving will remove progress you've made. Be sure to save. Alright, I will. Do you have any experience making meals? No? Achievement unlocked. Butter them up. Oh. There you go. This was me. Probably not. I'm extremely lazy. Read. I appreciate your honesty. Let me know if you need help with anything. I'm pretty good with a knife. Oh, I have to trust her. Look at her. She's smiling so cutely. Karine looks pleased with your answer. Perhaps this is the beginning of a wonderful relationship? I don't know. Karine will remember that. Am I going for girls or guys? Because this is... Yeah, this is a love novel, so I need to start setting my sights on someone. Or going the route of going for everyone. Without any of them knowing. Going to check out the living room. Let's talk later. I need to do voices for these guys. Karine heads to the living room and starts dusting a little bit. You decide to look around the kitchen to find the ingredients for the meal tonight. Tutorial. You never know what you'll find around the cabin. Clues and secrets may be revealed by searching an area more than once. Why not give it a try? What area do you want to search first? How about the cupboards? Recipe cupboards are empty. Anatoly must put the supplies somewhere else. By the wood pile? Nothing but cobwebs. Thankfully no spiders. Drawers. And dirty knives. What are they dirty with? Behind the wood pile? It's just a pile of Norway spruce. What? Norway spruce won't burn as hot as logs from an oak tree. It'd be useless during a snowfall. Reconsider your views on Norway spruce. It's less dense and won't fill the cabin with a heavy smell. That's pretty good. Supplies aren't anywhere near here, but I'll keep looking at the wood pile. Oh well, the drawers. Above the mouse hold. Some kind of mold is going in this one. Maybe Karine will find it appetizing. Check the drawer above the wood pile. Something is making it difficult to open. You pull it open with all your might. Whoa! What the hell am I opening?
Whee! Cabbage!
Oh! Cute little guys! Hi! Chumpets! Sound off! Oh, hi, Onion! Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion. Oh!
Raspberry!
Always merry, raspberry! Cabbage. Potato? Potato? Cabbage stuffed me into this drawer. I'm pretty sure this counts as kidnapping, but they're so cute! Where are the chumpets? Oh. Why talk with those boring humans? All they have to give you is drama! Oh. come chat with us instead. We'll share valuable recipes you can cook.
Boy.
Ooh! You can find unlocked recipes in the main menu under Extra, but be sure to save the game. Oh!
Cabbage.
Meat free! Wow, that's nice. Achievement unlocked. Why am I getting so many achievements?
Oh, yeah. Hoo-hoo.
At least I'm not eating anything like them right now. I'm eating what are they? Fucking mandarin slices? Something like that. Cabbage rudely slams the drawer closed. You wonder if you just saw it was real. I would be like, oh my god, did I eat some weird mushrooms? I'm slightly worried about what this means for your mental state. But only slightly. Hey, you find the supplies? Shake your head. I totally lied. He actually put them in the bedroom. Why did he put them in the bedroom? But why am I using the emergency supplies? Kareen leaves you alone. You start a fire with some of the wood and get to work on cooking dinner. Tonight's entree, vegetable stew. In a large saucepan over medium heat, you heat some water with potatoes, carrots, and celery in it. 15 minutes later, you drain the pan and set the vegetables aside. Placing some butter in the saucepan, you melt it over medium heat. Throwing some chopped onions in, you cook it about 10 minutes. Oh, this actually sounds pretty good. Onions are tender and translucent. Perfect. Next, mix in some flour, salt, pepper, and heavy cream into the saucepan, adding the vegetables to the mixture. Hours pass. Hours?! How much should I cook? Oh, sorry, I went back. More firewood than you'll ever need. Wild sorrel. Wild sorrel. You saw the red deer. Oh. That's great. Anyways, killed 17 spiders today while you were out looking at deer. It should come as no surprise. There's over 160 species of spiders here. Here? Oh my god. Don't worry, Mariah. I'm sure they were on the bathroom or something. No. All of them were near the couch. Ah! I was going to sleep on the couch! That's where 16 of them were. Oh shit. I'm not sleeping on that couch then. There's only 2 beds in the bedroom. Don't sweat it, Mariah. I can sleep anywhere. So I'll sleep in the rocking chair. I'll sleep with one eye open, just in case any of them storm the couch. Thanks, Gregor. Karen and Natalie, you two take the bedroom. Thanks, big guy. Joke's on you, Gregor. I always planned on taking one of the beds. And it's only I snorted louder than a lumberyard. Sweet dreams, chump. Turn back to the bubbling vegetable stew and try to take a bite. This tastes pretty good. It looks pretty good too. You cooked vegetable stew. Achievement unlocked. First meal. You set the table and ask everyone to dig in. Wasn't that delicious? Oh, look at everyone. They're all looking at me. Why are y'all looking at me though? Oh, her eyes look so cute though. This smells delicious. Well, it tastes pretty good too. I'm not a world-class chef. What do you mean it's bland as hell, Kareen? Tastes like every other vegetable stew you've had? What do you mean? You could use some meat? But no! For side dish, we could bake some bread and utilize a Bulgaria Veska, also known as strawberries, for Anatoly. Stop it with this nonsense. Nobody cares, Pipsqueak. It's true. Everyone laughs at Kareen's polite ribbing. Nothing makes you happier than cooking a great meal for friends. Aww. Could very well be the best day you've ever had. You go to bed stuffed. What's with that ominous clock, guys? Wait, should I have saved before this? Oh well. Hey, you up? How'd you sleep? Where'd I sleep? I was so warm last night I didn't even need a blanket. Well, that's good for you, but where did I sleep? What time is it? About 1 hour till dawn. What the? Will you two pipe down? I'm trying to sleep over here. Oh, Gregor, the birds outside aren't making much noise yet. You didn't bring many supplies, remember? Better get a head start on gathering food. I honestly can't see the trees outside right now. Gregor, did you see any spiders last night? There was a small one in the bathroom. Eek! Actually, I did see a centipede by the sink. Mariah turns a little pale. God damn it, Mariah. Kareen's messing with you, Mariah. Let's find more than wild sorrel today. I wonder what wild sorrel is, though. Ah! If you're lucky, little guy, maybe I'll teach you how to catch some wild brown trout. What's with you and meat, big guy? Anatoli's herbalism book stated that there's more species of plants to eat out there. Let's leave fish alone. You know, I'm not into meat. Why do they keep saying it like that? That's a shame. Oh, excuse me. I'd wake up early to go fishing. Cheer up, Kareen. We'll get to observe the trout at the very least. Maybe we'll see more red deer today. Sounds like a waste of time, Gregor. Maybe we'll find some blackthorn berries? What are blackthorn berries? Man, I don't know a lot of shit. We'll be back later. Can you watch your stuff today? Not. Why am I the only one not going out? But I mean, I guess. Don't steal anything, okay? Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, and Kareen leave the cabin with a hop to their step. You're alone, but thankfully you have a drawer of chompettes to keep you company. Tutorial. Each day you'll be asked to explore a different part of the cabin. You only get one choice, then the day will end. Choose wisely. What do you want to check out today? Oh, there's a basement? I think the first thing we should do is talk to the chompettes. They should know more about the area here today. Hello! I almost cropped myself, apparently. What about a banana? Whatever. The other chompettes are somewhere in the basement. Oh shit. So it's just us today. So if I'd gone to the basement. Well, shit. How about some fun cabbage facts? Shake your head. No thanks. Great! Cabbage has 24 calories and 100 grams, and is a great source of vitamin K and C. Purple cabbage has even more vitamin C than green cabbage. Oh, that's good. Maybe you should ask Anatoly why that is when he gets back. Probably. Globally, Russia eats the most cabbage. Oh wow, really? Yeah, that's cool. I should have been a scholar instead of a world-class comedian. You're a world-class comedian, Cabbage? Achievement unlocked. Appetizer apprentice. Since you've been so patient today, I will give you the Chompet's secret recipe for Lebanese-style tabbouleh. Not your normal meal, but I think you'll enjoy it. Aww. Alright, I guess I'll check out the recipe. Go to the main menu under Gallery. Be sure to save beforehand. All my work is done. Oh yeah! Chompets. Mosey out! Oh, it's just you, right? Oh, you want to surprise the others later. Cute. Extremely relieved that the cabbage just stopped talking. Shut the drawer, as per her request. Oh. Here, look over the supplies and start planning our next meal. So basically, they're actually giving me recipes, and I can actually cook them. Whoa, why are you blushing? We're back! Teehee. Knock it off, Mariah. Pretty rare to be scared of one. It's not! Who knew the big guy would be so scared of? Shut up! You don't understand. I don't think anyone understands, Gregor. It was just a marmot, Gregor. Monster. Maria laughs so hard that you can hear your ears ring. Oh no! Pobrecito. A marmot is isn't it like a super small thing? Oh no, she's just laughing. Tears are rolling down her cheeks. She's laughing so hard that she's about to hyperventilate. Stop, quick! Can I stop her? Nah, I guess not. Oh! I guess one less mouse to feed then. He's not gonna be one of the choices then. You're out. The main character already doesn't like you. I don't get it. It's pretty personal. Oh shit, you were attacked by a marmot when you were like, you're small. He looks uncomfortable. Leave him alone. We found some raspberries and elderberries near the cabin. I've heard of elderberries. Quite the selection of berries. That's true. We also found more wild sorrel. It's going to be enough for a good meal. Everyone is looking at you for an answer. Decide to do an inventory of all available ingredients. Takes you a while, but you decide on your specialty. Cabbage rolls. Okay, so I don't actually need to know how to cook. Good. First, bring a large pot of water to a boil. Leave the cabbage leaves boil for 2 minutes, draining the pot into a medium mixing bowl. You combine some cooked rice, onion, an egg, salt, and pepper, along with some tomato sauce. I'm gonna learn how to cook from this. Use your hands to mix thoroughly and decide to wash your hands after it won't come off. Dividing the rice mixture evenly between the cabbage leaves, you then roll them up and then tie a string around them so they stay in one piece. Place the cabbage rolls in a large skillet over medium heat, pouring the rest of the tomato mixture over the top. Covering it, you bring it to a boil. Reduce the heat to low and let the cabbage rolls simmer for about 40 minutes, being sure to baste it with liquid. Oh, that looks pretty good! Achievement unlocked, meals and deals. I cooked cabbage rolls, and it looks like blood. Mariah looks optimistic, Green looks skeptical because she doesn't like pure vegetables apparently. And Anatoly looks curious. Gregor looks thrilled. He doesn't look thrilled. You watch intently as everyone takes the first bite. Okay, we're back to everyone staring at me. Jesus Christ. Is that... What, see that? It was just a shadow. That's pretty darn good. Fuck yeah, even without meat. I think the vegetable tastes better, but I'm loving how it turned to the cabbages. Hell yeah. Incredible. I know, right? Wow, they're all smiling at my cooking. It makes me so happy. Oh. Not happening? You settle in and go to bed. Everyone goes to bed full. Tomorrow will be another great day. God, I hate that. That ticking guy. Man. Good morning, everyone! Again, Gregor. Can't you let us sleep in? Not today! Why? Storm clouds are gathering outside. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour. Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while. Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. Right. The meal you made was delicious, but it used a lot of what we had. Gregor is also correct. Precipitation is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding. It'll be foolish to not go out and look for food today. You really think it'll flood? Thankfully, the cabin is on the high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. It's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared. You're losing it, Gregor. Kareen! There's nothing to worry about. I think Gregor's right, Kareen. Huh? It won't hurt to prepare for the worst. She's right, Kareen. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. And Anatoly, let's go around and prepare for the storm. Foraging should be a key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods, and it has better odds than trying to hunt. It's true. Give it a few minutes, and I'll plot out our route on some paper. Let me help, little guy. Why does he call him little guy? Kinda cute, though. And Anatoly and Gregor head to the bedroom to consult the map. Maria and Kareen are still hanging around. Unfortunately, in life, you can't make everyone happy. When given a choice to speak to a character, choose wisely. You can only select one of them. Try to max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to? Well, I mean, since I'm already one heart in with Kareen, I might as well continue going with Kareen. Hey, paper nailed to the wall looks pretty ancient. What were the old days like? I'm not sure what you mean. What old days? Never mind. You must enjoy these antiques, huh? I don't even know what's happening. You bore Kareen with some brief yet dull descriptions of items lying around. Cool, I'll tell the others later. Kareen looks disturbed by your comments. What? Why? You hear a loud laugh from the other room. Greg and I don't totally come back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. Hey, can you cook something more up? I nod. Thank you. Alright everyone, we have our route now. Let's beat those rain clouds. Oh, he was blushing. Group leaves determined as ever. You have the cabin all to yourself. What's that noise? Sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Radio? What's going on with that radio? I didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. It seems to be broken, but I hear something. Strange radio. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out? How about we go into the basement, where the other ones were. Oh, your imagination runs wild staring at the basement floor. This is the floor? Try opening and closing the deadbolt, just in case. You mill around until the others return. Wait, so you didn't go in the fucking basement? Mariah's back early today. Mariah? They're just still looking for food outside. And I totally found some more berries. But nothing that would feed all of us. Please don't tell the others. I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers and we don't have enough food. Even with rationing to last, there's a big storm and we get stuck here. Mariah seems disappointed in your inventory management. Can you try cooking with a little less this evening? You nod. Thank you. You've done such a great job with meals so far. You're very sweet. Mariah blushing a little bit? Tea! Oh, Mariah will remember that. What did I do? I didn't do anything. I guess. Maybe you can teach me to cook sometime? Sure. I could hold cooking classes, what do you mean? Why are you looking at me like that? Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries. Jam is so bland without any sugar. Do you have any sugar? I shook my head sadly. Yikes. Turn that frown upside down, Kareen. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? I'm not smiling for you, Gregor. Eek! You missed out. The sun was really tremendous on our way back. Hues of orange, red, even a little purple poking out. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. So we can expect a sailor's delight tomorrow? That's awesome! Such an optimist, big guy. Ah, pushing! We must have walked a few miles today. Gorgeous sights. You can even see the snow on the tips of the mountains. That rumble sounded like a dying calf. You looked from person to person trying to determine what it was. But it was you! Oh, it was definitely Mariah. Uh-oh. Mariah! I'd recognize that sound from anywhere. Gah! Guilty! Mariah looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honesty. Except for you. Search your mind for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Ahem. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have at least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I? Dust? Hannah totally knows what it is. Try again, big guy. We're just pondering the answer. Mariah's face lights up. I got it! Is it hunger? Correct! You're the winner! Yeah, I was going to guess that. So, what's on the menu tonight, chef? Bread and jam! Crush the berries in your small mortar and pestle, spreading it on some crusty bread. You can do that. Just like that. Achievement unlocked. Bare cupboards. You cook raspberry jam and bread. The bread's a little tough. Gregor, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. But this homemade jam is to die for. Sorry. No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks. Mariah? Everybody laughs. You're not sure this could be called a meal. You got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner and heads off to sleep. Alright, we're at day 3. Something has to happen in day 3. Go to bed wishing you had more. Strange dream. Something is riding on your back. Becoming a nuisance. Like a shoulder demon? Try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. A shoulder demon. almost everything, but it won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the minute. Wings? Wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your pain and cool. You don't want things to come to this, but you've exhausted all other options. Swim out of the middle. Rocks on the bottom cut your feet. You slip and fall to your knees. Lean back, trying to submerge the thing under the water. It won't drown. It won't. Splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. The current takes you downstream. Try swimming to the shore. It's no use. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling again. You gaze up at the sky. You feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back staring into you. You don't even have the air in your lungs to. What was it? You wake in a cold sweat. Oh! Achievement unlocked. Wake up! Sorry, you were making strange noises in your sleep. What's going on, Gregor? Did lightning wake you up? Woke me up. Try to fall back asleep, but it's so loud. Ah. Back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Roll nods in agreement and get back to bed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Horrible. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. Still have goosebumps. Nightmare. Yeah, me too, man. Kareen's snoring is louder than a sawmill. At least you're with people. I find it very loud and very distracting. Good. You don't sleep a wink. Everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slam shut, and Anatoly sounds petrified. Why? What's wrong, Anatoly? I looked at the door and we're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors take warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow? You can't steal Big Guy's optimism, Kareen. Why the hell not? That's all he has going for him. He's also good at chopping wood, though. Knock it off, you two. Mariah, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow? I give it a 27% chance of it clearing by tomorrow. Based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels for the last 20 years in the living room. Wait, what? Sounds like you're stealing Anatoly's thunder. Anatoly, you're a book nerd, right? Why don't you read it? Heck! Couldn't make it past the cover. Isn't that right? Yes. That bookshelf has some great books in artisan crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit there gathering dust? How did you arrive at a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow? It's easy. Take the time of year and multiply it by a factor of... Mariah begins to compare meteorology to you, but fuck that! I took a course of it, but she isn't dumbing it down. Oh, it's similar to... Oh, God. First thing... Oh, Jesus, just... He's listening, but... His eyes are drying out. Tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal. She finally finishes her lecture. She ends it with a bow. We're not even listening. Tough crowd. Mariah, that was inspiring. You asked me if it's in, but it's okay. I don't understand a word of it. Don't worry, I'm with you, Gregor. And it totally turns to you. Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these floodwaters stop. Now our feud situation is a little... She looks like she's the first that would turn to accountability. But I know you'll make the right decisions. I believe in you. Me too. What? Looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. I pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread. Everyone laughs. Except for you. If everyone's stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's talking. Are we gonna turn to cannibal? Get out some crusty bread and get to work making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check in on the chompettes. Maybe even eat the chompettes. Hello, you cuties! Don't worry, as leader of the chompettes, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us. That big guy would try eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell them about this. Okay. Are your plans going awry? I know what rye is. Oh god. Got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now toast! Oh. That one's been done to death. It's true. You know how raspberry and milk were introduced? You saw her? No. Raspberry milkshake. He let out an audible groan. That's true. Did Cornbread teach you that one? Nope. Wasted an entire day thinking about that terrible pun. Oh. It was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompette comedy competition this year? Of course. Not while I'm here. I won't choke on stage this year. Is that every year, Bread? Potato's a realist, man. We still talk about that closing line, Bread. You're going to do great this year. Poor Potato. Well, that's not true. Poor Bread. Potato is the weird one. Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry. Chompettes stick together, thick and thin. Rain or shine, feast or famine. Potato isn't on board. Potato, I swear to God, repeat this line or we're locking you up again. Life or death. Potato's the emo one. Oh no. That's right! Chompettes! Move out! And they're gone. Fine, I won't eat you, Chompette. For now. Somehow managed to close the drawer on themselves. Bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. Rain interrupts you bring in the food. You long enough? Rain looks at the 2 slices of bread left in the mason jar of raspberry. There's mold on the last 2 slices of bread. We're gonna have to eat them, you know, protein, man. Karina's right. What the hell's the matter with you? What do you mean, what the hell's the matter with me? I grip the knife tightly in my hand. You think this is enough for 5? Well, fuck off! I don't have any options! We can't throw this bread away. Of course we can't. It's all we have left. Gregor's right. Well, fuck off, Karine! Mold spores give us food poisoning? Fuck. The thing is, even if you pick off mold, I think what happens is that the mold stays, like, in the, wherever the fuck it is. So if it's bread, it's still there. You just won't be able to see the physical manifestation or whatever. Okay. Gregor. Oh my god, they're all animals. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than we had when we left Ukraine? We left Ukraine? Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. That's true. Not until the storm is over, nobody should leave the cabin. It should clear up if we just give it a chance. And it's where are you getting that information from? What are the books on the bookshelf about the climate here? You're illiterate, so that definitely is a lie. Wait, what? Anatoly's illiterate? I've seen him reading. The little guy's been studying. I'm serious. He pretends to read those books because he wants us to think that he's smart, but I can tell he's just staring at the page fake. What do you think? Anatoly could read. I saw with my own 2 eyes. Well, fuck you, Karine. Thanks. I don't know why Karine would make something up like that about me. Yeah, I know, right? Karine's a little bit of a bitch, you know. You're not fooling anyone, Anatoly. Well, at least, like, pretend, dude. Be nice about it. Oh, like, who would want to admit they're illiterate, dude? Especially if they want to sound smart or they want to be, and they're slowly trying to study towards it, you know? That's just kind of shaming them. It's kind of sad. Thanks for backing me up. Of course, Gregor, I'm on your side. Nice! Good to have someone so positive around. Anatoly looks relieved. You think he'll remember that? I guess let's call it a day. Yeah. Sure. Did I get a heart with Anatoly? I guess not. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping area. Does he hate me then? 10 minutes later. Hey, Karine likes to find somebody's weakness and use it against them when she's frustrated. Just wanted to thank you for backing me up earlier. Very sweet to do that. Anatoly looks at you with a look of admiration. Oh, what is that, a fucking chipmunk? Huh. See you tomorrow. Aww. Anatoly looks like he's blushing as he walks away. You're definitely sure Anatoly will remember that. 100%. Do I get 2 hearts? And I get 2 hearts! Alright, I like that. I chose the right way, huh? I thought I wouldn't get a chance with Anatoly or Gregor. I thought they were gonna be a shit. You get ready for bed and put a blanket on. You go to bed very hungry. Shit, we're all hungry. I need to go into the basement or we're fucked. What if I have a secret stash down there of meat? You don't dream the entire night. You sleep through everyone waking up. And that's how fast a deer could run if startled. Whoa. Incredible. Impressive. Whoa. I can yawn for reals. Just need to channel my sleep. I wish we had a deer here. The food getting lower. Skip today's meal. No. It's only for one day. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. Doesn't make us feel any better, Anatoly. What options do we have, Kareen? Our food wasn't rationed properly. Don't look at me like that. Anatoly leaves, mumbling to himself. So passive-aggressive him. I get it, Anatoly. We're all on... But you know, humans can go, what was it, 3 weeks without food? Guys, it's been 3 days. Everyone goes to a separate area. Kareen in the bedroom, Gregor in the living room, Mariah in the kitchen, and Anatoly in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? Well, Kareen's out of the question. I hate Kareen. Gregor's iffy. I hate Mariah right now. The only person I care for right now is Anatoly. Everyone else is low-key kind of a bitch. Even then, he's kind of a little bitch. Anatoly looks at you oddly. Do you ever daydream? Oh, only about rivers, blood, wells filled with eggshells and villagers. How about we just keep it to, you bet. Of course! Natural way to fill the gaps in boredom. There's something wrong with me, dude. What do you daydream about? Cooking? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I thought so. I can tell that you have a history with cooking. So, I'm totally struggling with small talk. What's the best thing you've ever cooked? Oh, let's not touch that one. Maybe if I do another run of this one, for sure, I'll do something like that. I'll just go for a feast fit for a queen. Yeah, royal feast. Wonder who it was for. You have to tell me sometime, okay? Anatoly's looking at you dreamily. You will definitely remember that. I know, Anatoly. Woo! We're at 3 out of 5. At least we're going one route. Later, when I did barge into the bathroom, guys, guess I'd head back to the others. Everyone looks pretty down this evening. Why wouldn't they? We're all hungry. The rain would just stop. You're doing great. We must be almost to the end of this nightmare. I'm so hungry. Me too. You are too. Wish everyone a good night and get ready for bed. Guys, I'm just saying, but she looks like she's gonna be the cannibal, so I say she goes first. Mariah, for sure. Oh, but then Gregor. Anyway, Mariah's first. I don't like the way she's looking at me. Maybe even Kareen. You have a strange dream. A boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray, but he keeps shaking his head, calling you names. So you do it. You lie down on the tray and make your body as flat as a board. You show him how it's done. His anger turns to courage. He pushes you into the oven. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake up in a sweat. Oh my god. What the fuck? Am I a murderer? Am I the murderer? Shit. Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Stomachs must have kept them awake all night. That's true. Happens to me even after like a few hours. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out the trees from the windows. You hear a stirring of blankets, arms, and legs. Mariah looks petrified. I didn't sleep. Anatoly's bags under his eyes. Yeah, but you don't look like she fucking does. The storm is too loud. Rain looks out of it. What's wrong with you? The cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive. Gregor looks a little gaunt. Oh, Gregor. I got a good look out the window. And? Couldn't see anything due to the rain. Great observation, Gregor. So hungry last night. Kept pacing around my bed. Green turns to you. When is this going to end? I checked outside the door again. Flood water keeps rising. Fortunately, we're going to need to stay put unless one of us wants to drown in rainwater. As soon as the weather lets up, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know. Do you have a map on you? Anatoly! I think I dropped it while we were running after Gregor. Shit. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. You mean wet, slapped, and shit from the rain? Ryan and Anatoly go as white as a sheet. How are we going to find our way back now? We'll have to ride out the storm. Mariah looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. Or how much longer we can put off eating. Group stares at you. We'll clear up in no time. Why are you staring at me? Am I like... Maybe you're right. The group looks worried. They all gravitate to an area. You can tell Gregor's putting on a fake optimism. Maria's having trouble. Which one do you want to speak with today? I don't really like Mariah, but... let's go with Gregor. Oh, hey. I know you already searched the kitchen. I had to double check. No, good on you. You never know. Fool's errand. I wish everyone was in better spirits. It can't rain forever. Right? Rainfall in this area can last days to weeks. You tell Gregor to stay strong. You know what? You. The group is really thankful to your kindness. Gregor blushes a little bit. I always wanted to be the one that kept everyone in good spirits. But it's obvious you do that much better. I wouldn't say that. Gregor's looking at you fondly. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You sure Gregor will remember that? Relationship is stronger. Wow! Nice! The rain is pounding hard against the wooden cabin. But at least none of it is getting inside. That's true. Pray that we don't get wet. So Gregor to keep his spirits up and join the others. As long as we're not wet, we won't get sick, we're fine. You call everyone together, they all look grim. Shit. You could cut the tension in the room with a knife. Everyone is staring at you. Expecting that last piece of bread for dinner. You bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off it. You instruct everyone to take a pinch, and slowly all 5 of you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it'll last. Karine is the first to eat hers. You chews each bite 100 times before swallowing, as I would do. Anatoly chews it cautiously, opening his mouth once each bite. Mariah nibbles on it silently, each eyes wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor? What about Gregor? Gregor just pops it in his mouth like a cherry. It was gone in an instant. What about me? What am I eating? Group thanks you awkwardly. It's not much, but you've run out of options. You wish everyone good night, get ready for bed. Go to bed starving. Where am I sleeping? None of this is explained. Where am I sleeping? What's in the basement? Why am I having these weird dreams? I came from Ukraine? Where did these guys come from? Why do they trust me so much? Why did they come? And did I kill people? I probably did, considering some of the choices are a bit suspicious. Good morning! Yeah, I know, good morning! Let me check if the rain has stopped. Of course it hasn't. You can hear it pounding outside, dude. Still flooding. Yeah, I know. What are we going to do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Yeah, exactly, guys. Water isn't a concern. True. Rainfall should end in a day or 2, right? Actually, precipitation can occur more than 215 days a year here. What? But do you really think it'll rain that long? And it's been days already. What makes you think it'll stop so soon? Eek! Relax, everyone. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed it's done by tomorrow. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared, but you need to survive. True. Panic will only make things worse. Karine and Gregor begin to discuss the next options. Gonna speak with Mariah in the kitchen or Anatoly in the living room? I'd rather speak with Anatoly. Anatoly looks better. Like Mariah, she just freaked me out. He's just gonna pretend to read his books and do his own thing, you know? I'll just sit here, maybe pretend to read with him. Anatoly's still paging through the book. Hey, We really should have been more careful with our emergency supplies. What were you thinking? Sorry, Anatoly. Apology accepted. Who could have predicted this much rain? Also, does he have the book upside down? As sweet as a pound cake. Thank you. It is upside down! You have to teach me that vegetable stew recipe when all this is over. Sure, Anatoly will remember that. Look, friends. Kafka. Wait. I've heard of that. Yay, we got 4. The book is a great distraction. Very well written. Oh, you get the hint, and Eve leave Anatoly to himself. It's all backwards and shit. He can't read. Pobrecito. I feel bad for people who are illiterate. Can't really out yourself for people blame you. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Gregor's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Yeah, guys. How about you, because you're the angriest. Everyone's silent. I'll go. Mariah. I used to swim all the time near my house, but why would you need to swim? It's pouring. It's not flooded everywhere. I probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. I mean, I guess you're right. Let me go instead. You won't get very far if anything happens to your glasses, Anatoly. It's true. Blind as a mole rat, remember? It's true, but little guy, let me go. Gregor, sounds good to me. Kareen, how about you fucking go? His arms are definitely the longest, so he'd have a better chance at climbing trees. That wouldn't be right, Gregor. She wants to go die outside. I need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a branch from the wood pile. Cuts into different measurements. So we can't come up to a consensus, let's draw for it. We'll each pick one from my hand. The shortest will go outside to search for food. Alright, you're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths. You can tell which one is the biggest out of the bunch. You pick it. Shit. Looks like I've got the shortest. Mariah. Okay. Is it because I didn't cultivate friendship with Mariah? She's out to die. Oh, I should have told Holy earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Why are we sad musicking it? Like, she's not gonna die. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Goodbye, goodbye, Mariah. Keep us alive. You better come back. She promised. Goodbye. The door shuts behind her. You faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. Oh, she's gonna have hypothermia. Mariah has left the cabin. Sure, we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting. It's completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. Achievement unlocked! Dead to me! Shit. You have a strange dream. The 2 women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize, the other is a guest. You ask the guest to sit on a shovel, and then you try pushing it into the oven. Her legs are so strong you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticking in the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders, and both of them push you in. Familiar smoke and burning hair cause you to throw up on the ember. You can't let it end like this. You rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the 2 through the words. Your burns chill with the wind. The guest looks behind her, with her eyes wide when she sees you. She's terrified. Your fur rips trees out of their root, soils from the ground, rocks from their pits. You've never been this angry in your entire life. Your stamina can't last forever. You're gaining on them. As you trample through a field of weed. The guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch the glint of it in the sun. Golden. Wait, what did she throw? Ah, shit, I wasn't paying attention. You fall into the pit, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake in a cold sweat. Guys, jump scare. You're almost taking. Day 7. Mariah's dead. I guess. To all of us. Shit. Good morning. Do you think she made it to higher ground? I believe in Mariah. Why you're crying? Me too. She'll be fine, right? Little guy? So what do we have now? Just wait? Green. How long? It's been almost a day since she left. Natoli and Gregor look nervous. Someone needs to go look for her. We need to wait, Kareen. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now. It could be days before she gets back. What are we supposed to eat? Mice? We don't need to eat. Green. I'm sure Anatoly will agree, but we'll discuss the next options when we get to it. Every waking thought is about food now. I never should have eaten that much. Green's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Anatoly just nod in agreement. They don't even need her to elaborate. I'm sure Marielle will make it back. She promised. Everyone retreats to their areas. What do you want to do today? Well, I guess I might as well raise the hearts up all the way with Anatoly. Move on to the next ones after. Oh, Anatoly. He's the only one that's crying anyway. It doesn't feel the same without Mariah. Her laugh, her smile. I never got to tell her how I felt about her. How'd you feel about her? She'll be back, right? She will. Or she'll become food. I wish we'd rationed better. He decided to distract Anatoly from his misery with an old story. There was once a villager who had to stock up supplies for the winter. He filled his house with a cow, a sack of grains from the field, and 92 buckets of water, mostly for the cow. He quickly ran out of room as the house wasn't very big. One day the villager grew sick. He knew what he needed. He knew he needed the life-giving milk from the cow to survive the winter. But when he attempted to milk the cow, his grip was too weak to grasp her udders. In desperation, he began to boil the grains using his buckets of water. The cow cried out for food, but the villager could only afford to feed himself. Each night, the cries of the cow kept him awake. So one day, he finally ran out of food. The villager crawled into bed, crying as the snow deepened outside. The cow's sad eyes stared at him. He wanted to comfort the cow, but he couldn't step over the buckets. He was too weak, too sick. The last thing he heard was the cow still crying out for food. One haunting noise to end his life. Anatoly looks horrified with your story. You leave him alone in the kitchen. I don't think that was such a good idea, me. You should not have done that. I wanted hearts, not whatever the fuck this is. Can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. Is that why you're crying? Sorry, Anatoly. Be fine with the bread and jam. Be fine with just the strawberries. Nobody else laughs. I would kill for some vegetables right about now. Uh-oh. You would too. I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Good night. Night. Are we gonna kill the... Uh-oh. Fall asleep quickly, but only dream about desecrating a corpse. You wake in a cold sweat, in a completely different room. Wait, what? Where are we? Where? Where are we? In the kitchen. Good morning. Rain's looking worse. Oh, sorry. Will you cook for the group today? I have no option! You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. You cooked meat. Where did you get that? You ignore Kareen's... What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you... The three are looking at you, salivating. Take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small cutlets. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing ferociously, take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? Explain how the meat is stored securely hidden so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Anatoly runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. Taste is... What taste? Gregor wanders off. Anatoly returns, looking choked up. What do you mean? I was too weak. Left you some of the meat. Don't fight this, Anatoly. Anatoly takes a cutlet from the plate. Mariah? You can hear him crying. Focus is going to read some... Keep them occupied, okay? Did we just... Who do you want to talk to? So I'll speak to Anatoly. Anatoly? Slowly open the door. Hi? Thanks for checking in on me. You ask if you still feel sick. It was a mental thing. Don't tell me where the meat came from. The less we know, better. Nod. Thank you. Pretty sure Anatoly will remember that. Oh my god, guys! Look! We got the heart! It's great! Our relationship is so strong! We leave Anatoly and go tidy up some parts of the kitchen. That was unsettling. Is the happy music back? Hours pass and Meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. Eating will just make them hungrier. Shit. They're fine now, but soon they'll be begging for more. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? Shit. Tom explained that you want to ration the meat better this time and there will be no dinner. Fine. I understand. Guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today. No arguments? Perfect. Bullet dodged. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly tonight. I don't like that. Someone's gonna steal the meat for sure. You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with a blacksmith. He's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything, he says. Your eye has been giving you issues lately, so you reply, forge me a new eye then. You laugh. But then the ropes come out. He ties you to a chair with a long rope to prevent you from struggling. You rip the ropes apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker rope. No turning back now. He takes a hot poker out of the coals, holding it in front of his face. You can see his beard and his eyes watching you. He slowly brings back the poker, aiming carefully for your eye, before plunging it through your skull with a thick, sickening crunch. Oh. The force of the blow throws you backwards a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. You vomit all over your cheek. The smell of your decimated eye floods your nostrils. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body. You wake in a cold sweat. Well, that wasn't as scary as the first few ones, actually. Day 9. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Come on, Gregor. Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? Oh, did it stop raining? Floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone's still bound to the cabin. What kind of whispering was that? The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Shit. Morning, big guy. Will Mariah make it back? It might sound a little crazy, but every night, 2 a.m., I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise like she's trying to get water out of her lungs. Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. Me neither! When she's whispering, it's all like she's trying to tell you something, right? Ah! I sometimes hear her crying through the radio, but that's just a broadcast. Right? Jesus Christ. I think we should have another piece of that for breakfast. Let's go. What's going on here, Anatoly? I've got goosebumps. Anatoly's look at you. Becky, bring us another slab, please. Okay, it's getting off. Okay, I don't feel as bad looking at it. Whew, okay, he clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Please help me. Anatoly. Gregor looks pained at Anatoly's words. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. Grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. Cut it into squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron water. It'll taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right away. What's taking so long? Boil it faster. Looks almost done. Patience. Oh, who's texting? work. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Seriously, that was starting to creep me out. Why can't I go back? I want to go back. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole, like a duck does when eating bread. Anatoly creates ripples in the broth using the spoon he isn't eating. Sorry about earlier, everyone. Yeah, Anatoly. I don't know what overtook me. Mariah. Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Kareem. You didn't notice her even start to eat. Just an empty bowl now. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ. Kareem is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? You explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. How could he be so careless again? Remember Kareem's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? Storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Anatoly? Yes. I think tomorrow you should look for Mariah. No! Why Anatoly? I like Anatoly the most! Or forage for plants outside. I think you should go tomorrow a little. No! No, 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 no. Not Anatoly, please. Not Anatoly. He's the only one I, like, slightly liked. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there. No, 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 please. Not Anatoly. So hasn't accepted what happened. She doesn't need anyone's help, but we need your help, Anatoly. That's right. No, 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 not Anatoly. Please help us. Let me sleep on it, okay? No problem, little guy. I'd rather send Kareen out. Come on. I like the guys better. Send out Kareen. Everyone shuffles off into their room, reading books and knitting to pass the time. Like, Mariah just kind of scared me. She looks scary all the time. If not, I probably would have liked her, but Jesus Christ, I don't want to be next to a murder. Go to bed ravenous. Mariah. What's she saying? She was there. Something is approaching.
Onion!
Hey, Onion! I heard you. What happened? Don't be a crybaby. Yay! Onion! Hi, Onion. Not going to be very sweet today. Worried about Anatoly. He's going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin? You don't answer, Onion. Please. Don't you trust me? Alright, Onion. I'll trust you. Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know that leaving out an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It'll help prevent colds and ward off viruses. Well, that's nice of you to share that, Onion. Maybe I should do that.
Onion!
That was a lot. What? Onion? The fun factoid of the myth? People actually believed it in the 1500s. God damn it, Onion. How embarrassing. Well, shit, Onion. You just told me it was a fact. To hell with you, Onion. There's even a doctor in 1919 who caused a surge of people believing it. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, that makes sense. You know, it smells like a raw onion left in a room. Ew. Actually, I like onions, but yeah, that's true. Can't remember when the last time was. Don't be a crybaby. I got an achievement. Onion? I could smell you before I even came into the room. Yikes. So can you stop Anatoly from leaving? I know he has cabin fever, but it's ridiculous. It'll be impossible to stop a grown man from leaving. Please. We don't need another one stalking the hallways. What? What? Tapping on the windows. Crying through the radio. Uh-oh. You have the sudden urge to scream. Why do you think I've been using the mouse holes to get around? Scared to death that I'll run into her. Don't make me tattle a cabbage about you. She can be as mean as potato if you get on her bad side. Fine, Onion. Anyways, when the time comes, just tell Anatoly you care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's for me, okay? I wonder if these guys are just a manifestation of my, like, being and emotions and stuff. You can trust me. Because Anatoly is the one I have the most hearts with, so I'm assuming Onion might just be a representative of my mental state or something. That's why they don't want me to show them to anyone. Because they don't exist. Your mind finally manages to forget everything that happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. You better not fucking forget. I don't want Anatoly being sent out there to war. Day 10. You have a strange dream. A fox is collecting payment in your living room. You spies him, so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of a sack, then add 6 chickens on top. The fox smiles at you and leaves. At some point in his journey, Fox will eventually open the sack, and the dogs tear the fox in half. Filled with such loathing for the fox, he gave him the only things he had for food. All of those chickens. As the snow piles up outside, you begin to eat whatever you can find. Pillowcases, candles, leather. One day you wake up and you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. Just an insatiable hunger. A few days later, you go mad and leave the cabin, completely ravenous. A nearby tree looks like a charred meat. Your iron teeth cut through the tree bark, tearing your gums apart by the splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood. Days later, a deer gallops by, the first creature in the woods to see your corpse. You wake in a cold sweat. So I'm the bad guy? Right? Something smells terrible in the living room. Someone puked in a corner. You wipe it up with a rag to save them the embarrassment. Anatoly. It was probably Anatoly. Look at him sweating. Good morning. Morning, little guy. Anatoly, what's your decision? Ooh, I just got an achievement. Bad ideas. And she looks scary as fuck there. I barely slept last night. Her whispers came through one of the holes in the floor. She kept telling me to come outside. We don't want to rush you, but one of us puked last night. So that's what that smell was. Anatoly, my patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. Why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see the glint of Corinne's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. Shit. The group disperses, tension seemed to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do? Shh. Talk with the Chumpets! I need to talk with the Chumpets. They know what to do. None of the fun Chumpets are around. Thankfully, Potato is kept hidden this entire time. Potato, please give me answers! Potato? And nothing can we call our own but death, and that small model of the barren earth, which serves as paste and cover for our bones. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you creeping up behind me. I was reciting my favorite line from William Shakespeare. Okay. Do you know which play it was from? It wasn't the one with the weird sisters. Take a wild guess. That's right. Life and Death of King Richard II. Before I came to this cabin, I used to read all the classics. Why did I stop? Uh-oh. I can't turn the page with just my tongue. Hell, I can't even nudge a book off the bookshelf. Pathetic, right? Not. Yeah. I've been watching your progress so far, and I must say, very strange choices. Even for someone like you. I've wondered why you're so accommodating for these four. Pity I didn't receive the same. You here for another's? Uh-oh. You have no food, what happens? For starters, your brain stops craving glucose, but there's a good reason for that. Your guts have begun shrinking. Your livers have transformed fatty acids into chemical compounds called keto bodies. It mimics glucose for the brain and provides about 2/3 of the energy needed to function. So great. It gradually acidifies your blood, which can lead to ketoacidosis, common in diabetics. But how do you know if you have ketoacidosis? Large amount acetone is released into your urine. Your breath will smell something like fingernail polish. It smells like... can't remember. Shit. Oh no. Potato, oh no. You have a taste for wait. Hold on. What's in the recipe? Hold on, what's in the recipe? Where's onion? Potato? Oh! Okay. Nothing to worry about. Wow, look at onion. He'll make you cry, but also smile. How do I go to potatoes recipe? Hey, look at these extras. Was it this one? Nope. Oh, is this the one that Potato gave me? That's so nice of him. 2 arms separated at the shoulder, 2 legs separated near the hip. 1 cauldron of water. Slowly boil the arms and legs in the cauldron until skin begins to separate from flesh. Remove skin and attempt to remove flesh from bones. Discard skin and bones or give to an animal. Cut flesh into 1-inch cubes. Add flesh back to cauldron, stirring occasionally for 8 hours, adding pepper and salt. Good. Haha. Ha. Let's go back to what we were doing. You okay, little guy? He looks pale like he's gonna pass out. Anatoly, made a decision? Yes, I'll help you all out. I promise. Thank you, Anatoly. Wait, no, no, no! No! Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have done this. Oh, shit, no. Why do I say nothing? No! How did I stop him then? Was I supposed to go to him? Oh, fuck. Fuck. Goodness. I like that. I totally didn't want to kill him off. I'll kill all of you now. Found you! Explain how this isn't a good time right now. Worried about Gregor. He's as tall as a tree but dumb as a brick. Being very unpopular right now. You need to protect Gregor. What? Cabbage called an emergency trumpet meeting and told me to give you the mission. Watch out for that knife and protect Gregor at all costs. How do I do that? Yes, I'll do it! But how? Tell Brett that pun didn't make sense. How? Okay. How do I even protect him? I didn't know I could protect him. Lying on the table in front of you, you take off the glasses first, partially cracked, and set them down. I don't want to do this! And it totally was my favorite. No! Working the saw, you wrap the cuts in an old newspaper so it gets soggy immediately and you start drying the cuts with a towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching you, so you clench your fist and get ready to strike whatever's coming for you. You wake up in a cold sweat. Day 11. We wake in a completely different place. You sleepwalk or found some meat. Nice. But he's still asleep. Be a nice surprise after yesterday's event. Ugh. Marine runs into the kitchen. What does that smell? Give it to me now. Don't argue. Karine grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it to her mouth. She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads to the kitchen. Oh god. Already? Gregor looks good, but he succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, carefully grabbing a second cutlet. Tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. Join them in the meal, quickly consuming the meal. Making things straight again. We'll get out of here in no time. Mention anything. Green is sounding more determined than before. I'm gonna lie down on the couch, try to keep this food down. Turning his back to you. Uh-oh. She leans in to whisper, I'm glad Maria and Antony and Anatoly are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. How did you get so good at it? You tell Karine. After one bite, it just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. Took a few nights, but I fought back, and now it's all I can think about. I read the books on necropsy. The text is ancient, but they're dry. Beautifully. How many years did it take you to perfect the craft? Yeah, right. I used to tell Mariah that you weren't funny, but that's not true. About that. You've grown on me. Green pauses deep in thought. You know Gregor can't swim, right? He'd be the next to leave, but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back, right? One way or another. Why wait for him to come back? Green hands you a vial of liquid. You know what needs to be done. Strong and aesthetic. Don't ask me how I found it. I want you to slip it to Gregor's mug tonight. For the best. You won't feel pain until he wakes up. You have to just stand back and let me work on him. I'll do it, but I won't actually do it. Sucker! You definitely think Karine will remember that. She'll murder me after Gregor, so I have to kill her first. Wait, no! I didn't actually want to do it! Hold on. Hold on. This isn't good. Oof. This isn't very good. Eating raw meat. Oh, God. Try not to get sick. I'll never forget the first time I met Anatoly. We were kids. I was chopping firewood outside the house, and he brought over a butterfly net filled with them. He introduced himself and asked me if I wanted to hold one of the butterflies. Never held one before. He told me not to crush it between my large paws. He did have a miniature hands himself, so I get it. And Marie, what did you put in this water? Did you do anything to save your friends, Gregor? Of course. Gregor's eyes start to droop. What the hell is Kareen's liquid? I think it'd be best to have an early bedtime tonight. Let me help you on the couch, Gregor. Yeah, thank you, Kareen. Thank you. I'll do the rest. Even if he screams, please ignore Gregor when he wakes up, okay? I want to trip Kareen with these. I'm next, aren't I? Shit. You leave her alone, going to the bedroom, crawling into bed, and I totally slipped and fell asleep almost instantly. Well, now I can't stop. Shit. Wake up, sleepyhead. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, who are you? You were having a nightmare. Thanks for letting me practice last night. I think I did a great job. Yeah. I just saw some breakfast this morning to celebrate. Yeah. Breakfast? With what? That's a surprise. Ha ha ha. Gregor already finished his. Took a few hours, but he caved. Come on, let me show you. Get out of bed and head to the living room. Why? He's a little weak from the blood loss, but don't worry. Bandaged him up like a field medic. Why? What is it, Gregor? Where are my... God, stupid... Oh... Oh, God. You can't swim. How are you supposed to help us with... You'd immediately drown. I put some of your limbs away for safekeeping. That leg was pretty tasty, huh? How's that for a big breakfast? And don't try to crawl away. If you leave this couch, I'll end you. I don't want any of it to go bad, so we'll have to eat that fresh arm when everything else is gone. Speaking of which, go on and start cooking another chunk. I'll leave you two alone to chat. Gone too far. Oh no. I'm sorry. No, Gregor, I'm not disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in me. I didn't know this is how things were gonna go. This happened naturally. Mother always made sure I never went hungry. Seconds, thirds, fourths, and yet I complained my belly was not full. One day on my way home from school, I was walking by the town inn. Smelled something amazing, coming right out of a pile of trash. I dug through it and discovered a bag. They threw away a meal that was fresh out of the oven for some reason. This is what I thought. I became ill with food poisoning. I hugged the toilet, cried for hours. My mother rubbed my back and eventually carried me to bed. I learned nothing from that experience. Like everywhere else, I was just here for the food. I'll never get this foul taste out of my mouth. It's going to keep eating me. Sorry. Too lightheaded to hold a good conversation. It's going to torture me again. You know that, right? I nod. Gregor grows a little more pale. Can you cover me with a blanket? Never been this cold. Cabin, it chills me to the bones. What's left of them? Please. Consider it my dying wish. Yes, consider your dying wish, Gregor. Thank you. Much warmer now. Watch out for that knife, okay? Gregor begins to look. I. And. Oh. God. Watched last of Gregor's air escapist. What the hell do you think you're doing? Tell Kareen that Gregor gave up. We could have kept him alive for another week. What's wrong with you? No matter, plenty of food left now. Kareen leaves you alone. Get to the kitchen to try to find the other remains. But Jesus Christ. Gregor. You look at the pile of dishes and your mind starts swirling.
Hello!
Let's play hide and seek. Are we some happy music? There's 5 of us to find. Can you find all of us? Red-haired woman should know where the basement key is, and I bet one of us is hiding down there. She's whittling something in the rocking chair right now, so watch out for that knife. Probably best to avoid the knife. Wait. Isn't that your knife? Why did you let her have it? Shrug. As the leader of the Chompets, it's important you find all of us, so please don't forget any of us. Good luck! Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. Why would Cabbage want to play hide and seek right now? You've been neglecting the Chompets lately. Can't hurt to play along with them, right? Gotta talk to Kareen in the living room. Oh, fuck. I'm fucked, aren't I? Looks like Kareen's just slicing away at a block of wood. Gregor's remains have been stored for safekeep. She scrubbed all the blood out of the couch to save you the trouble. Can I help you? Have you seen the basement key somewhere? Was it in the kitchen? Can't remember. I haven't seen the key. Are those crows? Maybe one of the Chompets can help you find it in the kitchen? You decide to go look for it. Good. I need to find them anyway. Thankfully, there's not too many places for Cabbage to hide. What do you want to check first? Cupboards! You open another. This one has a little bit of dried blood on it. Bar is empty too. Are all of these empty? More empty cupboards. Would have been a great place to store spare. You completely missed underneath the sink. On the left side, the letter L is engraved. Who wrote this? Oh, that's it. Okay. Behind the woodpile. You need to find Cabbage. You notice an engraving on the wall with an X in the center. Is this treasure here? You need to find Cabbage. Okay, that's it. Oh, sorry. You hear some rustling around. Found her! She always picks the same hiding spot. I found you! Well done. As leader of the Chompets, getting through mouse holes is a chore.
Cabbage.
Oh. Can't find any Chompets to push me through, so I guess you'll have to help me out. Cabbage has joined the party. 4 Chompets to go. What's next, Cabbage? Glad you asked. Keep it up. You'll be a member of the Chompets in no time. Yes, Cabbage about the basement. Did you forget again? Right in the nasty oven. There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in the oven. We found the basement key.
Yeah.
There it is. That's the room where we found Potato. Check behind the cauldron for the other one. Go find Onion. He's hiding in the bedroom. Making hide and seek far too easy. Chompets! Find Onion! Cabbage rolls down the hallway. Can't hurt to find Onion, right? Yeah, sure. It can't hurt, right? Found him! Don't be a crybaby, it's just me. I know. Who has a sugar cane? Honest. Wow, your breath stinks. Drenched head to toe in sweat, too. Now you're coming from a mile away. Gross. Were you scared of the red-haired woman or something? Onion, the truth. Ooh, you get a pass. I'm sorry to hear about Mariah and Tolly and Gregor. But yikes. 3 people gone in less than a month. Not as bad as 5 people in one night, though. Right. I'd probably lose my lunch if I had to see that again. Anyways, didn't mean to be rude. I got your back.
Hello.
Glad to have it join us, Onion. What is that? That's not true. I heard Bread making noises in the living room. You know how loud he can get.
Cabbage.
Bread? The one and only. Chompets! Let's move out! Party is quickly expanding. 3 Chompets left. You're getting a terrible headache. Your face is feeling numb, and your legs aren't moving. Oh well. You do some time breathing exercises for a few minutes. That seemed to help. You suddenly feel a second wind coming up. Time to get that bread. What's happening to you? You proudly strut up to the living room, happy to be alive. For now. Bread. You hear Bread come out of the mouse hole. He's taking his sweet time. Found me! Everyone's secret favorite Chompet. Bread, don't you loaf me? My cousin Corbett taught me that one. He has hundreds. No, thousands of terrible tongues. He's my role model. Aww, so what do you need? I've read about gathering the Chompets together. Pretty crummy idea. Remember what happened last time? With Potato? I mean, we all chose to be in that drawer, but this, you're going to be against the whole grain here. Do you really think we want to go back downstairs?
Cabbage.
We'll have to.
Onion.
Alright, come on then. Where do we go next? Wait, are you really? All 3 Chompets are staring at you. Are you thinking of eating us? You accidentally lick your lips.
Cabbage!
Step out of it! Oh, I'm hungry again, aren't I? You already ate. We're no good for that. Glutton. Oh shit, one of them is disappearing, aren't they? They pass out? Holy cow, get them out! So heavy! Hello? Stumble to your feet. Let's go find Raspberry and never speak of this again. I think I heard her bar the basement door. Perfect! Let's go. What the fuck was that? Am I finally dying because it feels like it's going to crack open. Hands have gone completely numb. Am I finally dying? Because I'm eating people? Lasting longer than the others, you focus on wiggling your toes for a minute. You didn't pass out cold on the floor! Wow! Shit, I'm gonna pass out by the end of it. Where is she? Feel a chill run up your spine. Goosebumps are all over your body. She's here! The birds outside turn silent. You can hear a pin drop. You can almost hear her breathing. Feel the sudden urge to scream. Can't sneak up. Don't ever. Okay, I won't, Raspberry. Rise! Found you strawberries, Raspberry. Haha. I'm gonna leave you behind, Raspberry. Honest, we need your help finding Potato. Alright, let's go. Raspberries, join the party. Red hair woman is coming here! Oh, let's go! Yes? Yes? I don't know if I can wait any longer. Show me where you keep hiding the meat. Tear them apart, like Gregor. Brain looks like she's ready to bury the knife into you. What do you do? Tell her about the basement. That's why it's locked. Open it. I have to see the room. I'm gonna toss her in there. Thank you. I'll bring up some cutlets and we'll have a great dinner, okay? See you soon. Sorry, Potato, but you're the only one in there. And it's either you or the Chumpets. You like the basement door? You. Yes, I did. You block out the screams of rage and bargaining. Given enough time, they will end. You crawl into bed and go to sleep. Good night. Given enough time, she'll stop bothering me. That's always how it works. You slept in today. Pining has completely stopped. You really need to go to the bathroom. You decide to open your eyes. You must have sleepwalked to the bathroom last night, though the candle's oddly comforting. Candle blew out. How odd. And the door's locked. Wow. Find a flashlight in the corner of the bathroom and turn it on. Wow. You're in the dark, but you're not alone. The only time I will save. You're in the dark, but you're not alone. Click on the objects around the bathroom to get more information or find hidden clues. If you're stuck, just wait a little bit to see the glint of objects to inspect around the bathroom. Just move around your cursor to search around the room.
Cabbage!
Cabbage! Hello! Are you locked in the bathroom again? Yes, I am. Tell her about the candle being blown out. Maybe you just need to try wriggling it out a bit. You unlock the bathroom door. Sometimes the simplest method is the best one. Thanks, Cabbage! You connect. Oh wow, thanks, Cabbage. You quickly make your escape. I do? That was fast. Well, getting locked in the bathroom is enough excitement for one day. You get into the covers and quickly fall asleep. You don't even have a self-defense knife. Day 14? Okay, I guess we're just speedrunning through the days now. Day 14. Hello? Your imagination again. Can't still be alive, right? Somebody's at the door. You grip the doorknob tightly, getting ready for what's next. Haha. Hey, that can't be the real Gregor. He passed away in peace. You determined that the haunt has officially begun. What haunt? Hold on. You didn't tell me about this. Some spirits move on immediately, others linger, and some stop at nothing to give you a heart attack or get you to fall down a flight of stairs or cause you to wander into an earth. No way of knowing which one the group will choose. The rain has stopped outside, decide to look outside. Ah! The floodwaters are completely gone. That was definitely her. Karina would appreciate the good news, but not after locking her in the basement. No good reason for her to leave the cabin. Plenty of food here. So busy you've forgotten to eat. Ha ha ha. Right. Head to the kitchen for a snack. Green's hiding spot was too obvious. You take a few bites of meat. You lost more of your humanity. Wow. Not fresh enough. Oh well. You decide to crawl back into the bed and get a little extra sleep. Well, endings, right? Day 20, 200,004, 204, 3,479. You have a strange dream. Clouds have parted, the rain has gone away. You wake in a cold sweat. Is this another trick, or... Good morning? She's still kicking around. You head to the kitchen to get breakfast. Who's kicking around? Roommate! Food is gone. The noise is coming from the living room. And it's Oli! Atanoli! Cannoli! Nobody's here. Some deep scratches are dug into the wood by the couch. Something is approaching. It's making that noise. It sounded like it was coming from the basement door. You go over to investigate. The cold wind is blowing through the hole in the door. Please don't do anything there. Goosebumps all over your arms. Please don't. Not over there. Is that a... I said not to. Thank you very much. Wake up in a cold sweat. Okay, it is actually day 14. Cool. Day 15. Jesus Christ. It's raining again. They're taunting you with dreams of a sunny day. You get out of bed and head to the living room. You can still smell Gregor here. Would you have intervened with Karine? Probably wouldn't have changed the outcome. It also might have led to your death. I'm a coward. I thought I could have tricked her, but the couch was so comfortable even after Gregor imprinted on it. I decided to take a nap, which quickly turns into a sleep. Day 16. Must have woken up too early today. The cabin living room is pitch black. You pick up a flashlight nearby to explore the darkness. And Tolly? Oh boy, is that you? Oh hey, there's something there. Hmm? You notice a note sticking out from one of the books. Oh. I know you've been ignoring my other letters, so I am begging you, please bring back my daughter safely or I will need to get the others involved. I have left payments outside the door and will pay any price. Please let her go. We don't have to involve anyone else. Take the mother note with you. You decide to lay back down the couch to get the rest of your sleep. What was the other note? I have to play this again. There's too many things that can go differently. Slept blocked again. You can hear Potato mumbling in the drawer. What are you mumbling, Potato? Where did I sleep? You think for a minute but come up with nothing. Worse than I imagined. If I can be honest, it was truly horrific to witness. Still nothing? Bertocchini collapsed in the middle of the hallway, sleepwalking into walls or worse, going down to the basement. I can't believe you haven't broken your neck on those stairs yet. You seem to survive almost anything. Do I have that right? Must be the addiction to meat. Something else. Share that secret with me? Sure! What's the secret? Tell Potato's secret. What secret? Didn't think you'd be foolish enough to tell me. Living longer than expected already, but this is good information to take with me. Thank you. Is that the right thing to tell Potato? I want to know the secret! A delight to watch you fall apart. What does a red-haired woman have in store for you? You haven't thought about Karine in a while. How many days has she been down there? You do realize she's probably been feasting on the three. She'll be much stronger than the last time you saw her. Go downstairs. Put an end to this. Not for the champettes. It's for me. Yet for the basement door. Okay then. Quickly do the math in your head and determine Karine will be dead in the basement. It's been enough days, right? You open the door and prepare for the worst. It's just a staircase. Nothing to be scared of. Human elect, nothing to be scared of. You begin to your ascent. And there's more stairs. Something is approaching. Don't zoom in! Don't! I don't want to look. I don't want to look. Can you hear me? I've been down here the entire time. So good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Why aren't you saying anything? I'll never forgive you for what you did. You put Anatoly through hell. You desecrated my corpse. Gave them that disgust. All of that is water under the bridge now. Alatoni's down here. Have some bread with us. I always try things like this. Their anger, concentrated near their grave, leads to tricks and traps. You're not falling for this one. Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down there! Loaves of it! Fine, I won't stop you from finding the others down here. One piece of advice, beware of Kareen. She's ill beyond repair. Gregor will try to talk you out of reaching the room, and Anatoly will try to talk you into leaving the cabin. Kareen will rip the flesh from your bones. We'll talk again. You feel Mariah leaving the staircase. You go deeper into the abyss. It's because with her I didn't end well, I think. But then with them I did. The walls down here, they're dirt and soot. Something is approaching. Could I have avoided this? Or is this something inevitable? I'm glad I found you. The rain has stopped. Inside, did you hear that knocking? Another trap. Everyone's upstairs and wants to leave. Mariah was worried sick about you. You tell Gregor about speaking with Mariah. Guess I can't lie to you, huh? You just stood there with Kareen, while Kareen took my limbs doing nothing. Are you frightened by her? Yeah, a little bit. You won't come upstairs with me. Please turn on the light when you reach the room. I want to see the look on your face when that light bulb turns on. You do that for me? Yeah, I can do that. It's probably... Thanks for letting me lick the bowls clean. That was enough to keep him at bay. We'll meet again soon. Beware, Kareen. Feel Gregor leaving the staircase. You descend deeper into the abyss. And finally... The pressure down here feels... How deep are these stairs? Something is approaching. Anatoly. Was that you? Oh. Thought you'd still be fending off that glutton Gregor right now. You tell Anatoly about meeting with Gregor. Oh. I was going to try to see if you wanted to pick onions with me. Shake your head. Guess there's no fooling you, huh? You survived this long and now you'll need to fend off Kareen. I can't tell if I'd rather have you or her sticking around down here. Ask Anatoly where Kareen is. Oh, she's just below us. Waiting to devour you. Haha. Kareen's been practicing on her butchering again. Maybe she'll start with your arms? Down here, the whispers have told me about you. Can't even believe some of the things you've done. Worse than any war crime. So many whispers about those sort of things. So many whispers down here. It ends at the bottom. Kareen might be alive down here, but you won't be. See you again soon. Why weren't you nice to me? Did you want to prey on the weak? I thought I was! Was it just another meal ticket? The whispers told me the truth. Hopefully someone ends this darkness soon. Beyond totally leaving the staircase, you grit your teeth and keep going. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Let's turn on that light! Some don't feel right. Feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch. I don't want to look behind me. Hello! You've come so far. Proud of you.
Cabbage,
Thanks.
Cabbage.
As leader of the Chompettes, I want to let you know we have your back. Thanks, Cabbage. No matter what happens down here, just call out to us and we'll be there.
Boy.
Honest.
Boy.
Wouldn't let you die down here. When you least expect it, we'll roll it with you. Thanks, y'all. You can't sneak up on me. But sneaking up on you, extremely easy. Are you deaf? Raspberry! That was pretty cruel, even for me. Your ears have so much dirt in them, they could probably grow potatoes. No one's even telling Brett anything. We'll have to work on those jokes, Potato. Sure! Weren't you hiding in the basement room? Circumstances have changed. I wouldn't miss a killing for the world. Smiley face. Who is Potato? Just remember, down here, you can call on us. We'll help you out in a bind. And if you get lost down here later, please, avoid the room where it happened. I can't speak for the others, but I'd like to forget what happened here. Or there. I don't think we'll ever forget that, Potato. But thank you for coming along with us.
Boy.
I wouldn't call it a change of heart, because you really never had one, Potato. Should have rotted down here, but... glad you're here to help. Aw. Wish I had a joke here, but what you did was no joking matter. That's enough. Am I Potato? Am I dead? Chompettes! Let's help out! Could I be Potato? No, I can't be. They get in position behind you. Ready for what's next. You feel around the wall, blindly locate the light switch. Took you long enough. Oh, she doesn't look that bad. Hey, wait! Oh, hold up. What'd I do? Should have kept the door locked. What'd I do? Trumpets! What do you mean? Please survive this fight. We want to play hide and seek again. Trumpets, help out! Cabbage just filled you with hope. You gain 5 HP. Kareen lunges at you! Hey now! Did I try throwing a How about dodge? What? Green readies a knife, so you're going to taste better than Gregor. Ow! Should have kept the door locked. Chompets? I'm just gonna keep on calling for the Chompets. What did I tell you about crying? You got this, champ. Good luck. Onion's words make you feel... Oh shit, I'm gonna die for sure. I'm going to fucking die. I am talking to yourself. Should have killed me earlier. No chance of that now. Well, Chompets, I guess I'll just talk to y'all. Should have kept the door locked. I'll just have Chompets. Razal was one of Onion's relatives. Oh. Getting harder and harder to recall in long-term memories. Is Onion my sibling? Shake your head. Oh. Good luck. Red, you gain 5 HP. Green lunges at you. Dare to bleed. Are you talking to yourself again? Will you fit in the cauldron? Raspberry, give me hope. Never act merry, correct? You nod. Are you going to devour the red-haired woman when you win, or leave her corpse to sink in the basement? We both know your answer. Let's end this. You feel a flood of emotions from the Chompets. Anger, sadness, joy, and determination. Your bones feel quicker, like your reflexes are improved. The Chompets have imbued a second wind inside you. You get ready for Kareen's next attack. Whoa! What the fuck is my arm? Look at that. Oh my god. Oh! Oh! I want my knife back. Achievement unlocked. Am I Potato? Potato's holding a knife. Kareen quickly stumbles down the hallway, turning left at the end. Wait a minute. You're hobbling after her, but the room is pitch black here. The rot of a decaying flesh here is nauseating. You can hear the small echoes of Kareen's footsteps disappearing below, making this room feel enormous. You can't see their eyes, but you can feel them. Being watched. The staircase in the center winds downward, spiraling into the abyss. You're getting lightheaded again. Gravity almost gets the best of you a few times as you work your way to the bottom. Your shoes stick to the floor when you reach the bottom. The smell of mildew and something rotten makes you gag. You can barely make out the outlines of door frames in each direction. You head east, opening the door. You feel Kareen's presence close by. I don't want to look at that. Back together again, haha. Drowned and dissected. Butcher of Hope is returned. Where's Kareen? Lost in the abyss. Her rage blinds her. Ravenous, completely ravenous. She will never be able to move on. Bound in this cabin by you, she will never escape. Those that die in the cabin are bound to different rules. Fleeing west is nothing. Victims will always gravitate to this cabin. Always find a way to you. You wretch. You abomination. You horror. Turn on the light and savor your inhumanity. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Reap what you've sown. Mariah. Holy Gregor. Green. I'll never forget you. Whoo! Damn, that was good. Oh, that was definitely something. Wow. That was fun. But I'm assuming, I think there were different endings, so I'm gonna have to go back and go through that to just see if that's like it has to end like that, or if I can have a happy ending, because I didn't think we were gonna have this shit even ending, you know? I don't know. Like, shit. What am I supposed to do about this? I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. I don't like any videos. That's cool. Did a great job though. Jesus Christ, I was not expecting a lot of this. But I'm happy. It was a good game. But I think I definitely took too long. An hour and 50. God damn. Now I just kind of have to wait for this. Jesus Christ. That was kind of scary. Kickstarter backers. Oh, look. Oh, that's nice. This was a really good one. And I think it doesn't have the same vibes as Doki Doki. It's a little different, but I'd say it's sort of in the same category, like a happy game gone bad or something like that. But I think I prefer this one, although I haven't played Doki Doki. I think I would like this one. I don't know why. It's just there's still so much that's left a mystery. Like, who are we, and who were those potatoes, and who were the Munchets gang? And why were those people there? What was up with that mother's note? Why did they come to my cabin? Why were they there? And also, oh, and me? Oh wow, and me too? Wow, I'm a collaborator? I mean, achievement unlocked, not done yet. Oh wow. I guess I'll have to play this again and again. Jesus. I'll have to do this on the next stream because Oh, there's more! You hear talking upstairs. Thieves? You grab your flaying knife and silently go up the stairs. You'll eat well tonight. Oh! Oh! The four look completely shocked at the sight of you. She doesn't look like she has the courage to speak. We've been lost for a few days. Your cabin is the only hut we've seen out here. Can we stay here for a few nights? You clear your throat and ask the questions you've asked thousands of times. Did you come on your own free will, or were you sent? We were technically sent, and it's only we came on our own free will. The woman looks confident in her answer. They answered incorrectly. You clear your throat again, coughing profusely. You may stay in my cabin until you're ready to leave. The group looks terrified of you, as they should be. Was it that troll steam? Yeah. The group finally returns to normal. It's forced, but they attempt to save face. The walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water, it really has everything. Finally, a place where I can read a good book in peace. And this is where it started, isn't it? You already know the rest of the story now, right? No, I don't! Welcome to Nightmare Mode? If you survive, you will gain some additional insight to the world of cooking companions, as well as unlocking New Game Plus and Chomp Pets Only event. Ooh! This mode is mostly just a joke, don't take it seriously. If you make it to the end, you'll unlock the Chomp Pets Cabin Courses, a Chomp Pet Only event free of humans. For the true cooking companions experience, this mode should be played in pitch black room. I'm already doing that! With headphones. Perfect. If you still need to max out the relationships, don't worry, you'll get the opportunity to do so in NG+. You should really make a manual save right now. Don't hesitate! Thank you for getting this far. Your bravery is commendable and will be rewarded. It wasn't that scary. Thanks for playing, Dear Dream Studios. Oh, and I almost forgot. Nightmare mode activated. You wake up in the bathroom again. Oh, hey. That's nice! I think I just died already. This is my room. Do you see how dark it is? It's cold, but I can look at you. Look at me. Are you scared? Yes! Yes, I am! Fuck! I'm terrified. I am scared. You wake up in a cold sweat. Your surroundings feel completely different. Mariah's presence is enraged. She's beckoning you to follow her. You get up and leave the bedroom. Beautiful sunny day outside. Wow, look outside. Haha. What a fitting end to such a horrible nightmare. You head to the kitchen for some breakfast. This will take ages to clean. Take a few bites of meat. You lost more of your humanity. Stare into the ash pile in the oven. Are they still upset? You head back to the bedroom to take a nap. Which one of them is causing this? Mariah? Anatoly? Gregor? You crawl into bed and fall asleep. They question mark. Up sleepyhead. Green? Oh, I'm in the kitchen again. Green is in here. Like she's whittling something again. She escaped the basement. Green? No reply. Get over to investigate. Another trick by one of them. Who's still missing, Kareen? Someone's tapping on the window. Hey, at least he doesn't look too bad. Hey, Anatoly. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Wow, you want some? Are you done, Anatoly? Wow, he's like a little kid. Getting more bold in their actions. Head to bed to sleep on it. Day 616. I almost said it would have been. Oh, there we go. It changed. I knew it was going to happen. Day 666. Jesus Christ. Hey, the sheets are drenched in sweat. You catch something moving out of the corner of your eye. You roll out of bed to see what it is. I've made the worst decisions so far, so I don't think I'm going to survive. Nothing is moving around the bedroom anymore. Trust your imagination again. You head to the basement door. Is Kareen still alive? A cold wind blows through the crack in the door. Oh! You wake in a cold sweat. You wake up on the cold bathroom floor. The door is locked. Did one of them hide the key in here? What do you want to check first? Inside the mouse hole! It seems perfectly routed, like someone used sandpaper on the edges. Did the chompettes do this? The hole itself is pitch black. Would the flashlight be here? Helpful? It might aggravate whatever horror lies in wait. Nah, it must be the chompettes. Stick your arm in the mouse hole? No, thank you. The key has got to be in that mouse hole. You gather your courage and prepare to put your entire arm in the fucking mouse hole. No! I don't want to. No, I don't. I don't want to. I don't. Oh, fuck you. You slowly put your entire arm inside the mouse hole and feel around. You feel the chilly presence of something behind you. The key is pushed into your hand. Oh, wow. Okay. You pull your arm out, lifting up the toilet seat to make a celebratory bathroom break. Your hands are shaking uncontrollably from the whisper. He has fallen into the toilet. God damn it. Reach in the filthy toilet to get the key? No? It's way too gross. Who would even think of doing something so disgusting? Not sticking your hand into a filthy backed up toilet? No! But you want to get out of here alive? Don't sweat it. There's a key to the Chompette's treasure box. You ask her what's in the treasure box. Our original clothes and shoes. Painful to see them all blood-soaked and tattered, but it's the only thing we have left in this world. Oh. You don't have a shred of empathy, so you wouldn't understand. I guess I don't. Cabbage told me I had to rescue you from this. I want to let you start your death in here, but she insisted. Here you go. Raspberry unlocked the bathroom door. This is the last favor you'll get from me. Goodbye, wretch. Shit. You let out a deep breath and exit the bathroom. Time to end this. You open the door and get ready for what's next. It's just a staircase. Nothing to be scared of. You begin your descent. Spirits are inactive right now. Run! I said run! The walls down here are dirt and soot. Nope! Nothing! It's nothing! You just keep going! Don't worry about it. Don't even think about it. It doesn't exist. Air pressure down here feels greater. You're getting closer to Kareen with every step. Something is approaching. Kareen? Kareen? Is that you, buddy pal? Kareen? Kareen? False alarm. Oh, Jesus Christ. Get the crap out of me. Are spirits below going to spring a trap on you? I hope not. I'm gonna murder everything in my computer. Continue downwards. Oh, hey, wow. You hear something in the distance and everything is so bloodied. Wow. The stairs seem longer than I thought, huh? What do I hear, huh? What am I looking at? What am I hearing? What's happening? You gonna jump scare me or not? Am I gonna scream like a little girl? Or am I not? I'm terrified. Hello? Oh, there you go. Something's popping up. Estao tao perdido aquí. Oh, I think this is Portuguese. I think he's asking if you're lost here. Are you cold? You shake your head. How does he understand Portuguese? Vamos conversar la embaxi, okay? I don't know what that word means, but it's like, let's talk, okay? Ten vosotros que quiero mostrar a você. I think he's saying he has something he needs to show me, or they have something they need to show me. Deles now para de susurrar sobre uma gaiola de passarinho. I know Spanish, so this is kind of hard. I don't know what that means. What the fuck is he saying? Vejo você no final. Something about this voyage not being my final voyage or something? I'm assuming half of what this means. You hold your breath and continue downward. Let's go down. Oh shit, there's more blood. Something is approaching. I hope it's not Portuguese again, because I don't understand this. Oh, hey. Guys, we're getting a warning. Oh, this game is purely fictitious. It cannot harm you in any way, shape, or form. C'est une fiction. I can only read the Spanish one. I don't even read it. When you regain consciousness, you're further down the staircase. You wake with a note next to your head. It's difficult to read, but you can make out a sentence. Don't get up for Saturday. Wait, what? When's Saturday? Don't get up before Saturday. You take the Saturday note with you. I have 1 out of 5 notes, apparently. Sound of the rain is completely stopped down here. Your eyes are strained down here. Pressure is intense. You feel like you're trapped under miles of ocean. You continue downwards. Your feet finally hit the solid ground of the basement. Something doesn't feel right. You navigate the basement blindly until you reach the room with 4 directions. You can barely make out the islands of door frames in each direction. Which way should you go? Didn't this girl go east last time and I went west? If I want to find her, I go east. Wait, no, I went east last time. I know I went to the right. She had gone west last time. Your eyes struggle to see down this hallway. Strain your eyes to make out an outline of a door. My hand. So they open it. Guys, watch out. Jumps. Here. Wake in a cold sweat. You're lying in the middle of the 4 directions. Which way do you want to go? I guess we'll go east. We went west. Hands run across the large door. Maybe now isn't the time for us. Walk back to the basement steps, trying to remember why you came this far. Yeah, Karina had gone east. And this. Oh yeah, we already know how this ends. I kill her, and that's it. Boom. Oh! Oh wow, this is brutal. Jesus. Oh god. Karina escapes down the hallway, leaving a trail of blood behind her after I stabbed her like 5,000 times. You follow her into the room in the east. Yes, I wonder what's north and south. Turn on the light. I don't know if I want to. Reap what you have sown. I don't know if I want to. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, Green. I've done nothing, okay? I'll never forget you. The nightmare's over! Yay! I didn't die! Now I get the... What's it called? Oh wow! We have a song and everything! How's it go? Nothing bad could happen. Do, do, do. You refrain from going to the basement. Okay, companions. Your life just might end. If it hasn't already. It's such a nice voice. Don't trust the onion. Wait, what? Wait, why was it saying to ignore the onion? The thing is, last time I ignored the onion, but he was saying to save Anatoly. So, what would have happened if I had followed the onion's advice? Cupcake companions. I love the song, it's so cute. Alright, okay, so this is... Nightmare mode is gone, and it's finished. So now we're... Oh! Chompette's cabin courses! Oh my goodness, what is this? Starring cabbage, onion, raspberry, ooh, raspberry, bread and potato. Who are those, the chompettes anyway? Hey, look, it's lettuce, it's onion, it's raspberry, it's bread, and it's potato. Welcome to Chompettes Cabin Courses. We missed school too much, so we wanted to bring it back. Honest, I'll be playing the role of teacher today. You can call me Miss Cabbage if you'd like. Oh, let's just roll with it, alright? Can't wait to learn some new things today. Me too. Aren't you excited, Potato? Potato's not excited about anything. I dropped out of grade school so I could work at the butcher. Is that supposed to be me? Extremely depressing. Explains everything so far. Right? If I'm Potato, that makes a lot of sense. Is he quiet because he doesn't want to sound held back? You three are terrible at whispering. They never learn their whisper. Their inside voice is Potato. Cabbage looks you right in the eyes. There's no dumb questions or wrong answers today. The Chompettes Cabin Courses are designed to let you passively learn. Your brain is porridge right now, right? These courses will be perfect for that. Like a minigame. And the best part? No silly humans to interrupt anything! You ask about that, humans. Ghosts are real silly. You ask about... About what? What do you mean that's enough?
Cabbage! Cabbage!
Okay, no questions today, Cabbage. I'll save it for another practicing medium. Calls me Stinky for some reason. Oh, you got a cornbread joke for me? Alright, what's a ghost's favorite food? Blueberry. Oh, who's a cute little bread bite? Need to get a joke book. Those puns are pathetic. Hey, leave bread alone. Let the learning begin. What are we learning? You decide to listen to the Chompettes. Although you have the feeling something else is up. What do you mean? I thought this was just a cute little minigame. For the first lesson, let's talk about that nasty... Oh, the oven. We don't talk about the... oven. One of us was baked into the... You look, Raspberry. We don't talk about it. Threw half of it away without hesitation. Human life is completely disposable. That's enough, Raspberry. I seem to have lost my place in the teaching curriculum.
Ooh, cabbage!
Let's talk about the cauldron instead! The first cauldron discovered dates back to the Bronze Age, which took place in 3100 BC to 300 BC. You can see a cauldron in the famous artwork, The Garden of Earthly Delights, where Birdman is wearing one like a crown as he eats and poops people down into a hellhole below. Yikes! Wouldn't want to fall into a hellhole! Most of us were placed in this cauldron stewing for a day straight. The smell was so foul. Jesus Christ, Raspberry. You know? Talk about this after! Clung to all the lightnings in the cabin. Absolutely revolting.
Cabbage!
Raspberry! Cabbage warned you once already! Oh shit. Oh shit! Cabbage is actually gonna do shit. What do you mean, can we eat yet? These guys are for eating? Well, I think we're gonna eat soon. Need to speak with you for a minute, in private. I think Cabbage is gonna eat some. The two awkwardly leave for the bedroom, slamming the door behind them. You can hear Cabbage shooing out Raspberry. What's another name for Brussels sprouts? Cabbage Patch Kids. Oh. Read that wasn't even a pun. Or a joke. It was more like a stalling! Yes, it was. Cabbage and Raspberry joined the group again. Raspberry, is there something you'd like to say?
Raspberry!
There is Cabbage! You've committed crimes against humanity. You're a scourge on this earth, sent to punish this. Cabbage may forgive you, but I never will. Jesus Christ. Wow, look at the time! This concludes the Chompettes Cabin Courses. Did you learn anything this time? Or did you just loaf around? Are you remembering it yet? No, I'm not. Oh. Just join me in the boiling water sometime. Really loosens the meat off those old bones. Right in that nasty oven. There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in the oven. Have you seen that knife? Oh, potatoes down there? Yikes. Big enough to cleave Cabbage in two. Still leftovers in here. Shit. Dig in. Well, there you go, Jay Sedic. There's your food. It's on the basement. Rules are different for people that die in the cabin. Everyone that does will know the kitchen well. The lucky ones are dead when cooked. The others. The others have told us what you did to them. How many generations died brutally at your hands before you gave up? Was it your arthritis that stopped you? Or did you eventually feel remorse? Am I an old fucking guy? That's enough. Thanks for playing along today. It was fun to revisit some old topics. Let's sleep on some of this, shall we? I can hear Cabbage being like an enemy girl. We've made your bed. Sweet dreams. Alright, we've done the lesson plan. Cooking companions. Alright, so we've gone through the normal mode. And we got, I don't know if it's a bad ending, but we got through it. Everyone died, and I don't know if that's the only thing that happens. But then we went through nightmare mode. And now we've gone through that mini Cabbage set mode. And I don't know if we're still getting... Okay, cool! We're at New Game Plus. This playthrough will have different dialogues, events, and decisions to make. Perfect! And Anatoly, Gregor, and Karine will start with 3 hearts each. Perfect. Use this opportunity to max out your relationships. Yes! Hold on. Whoop! I'm back. Okay. So, they say to create a manual save, like, right now for the shorter oh, it's shorter. Ooh. Okay, I'll save that. Since it's shorter, I guess I might as well get back to it. I've been streaming for 2 hours, but fuck, this is such a cool game. Unfortunately, Mariah will not be available to Max. Sorry. Why? Almost forgot. Jump scare mode active? Wait. What do you mean jump scare mode activated? Oh, okay. You're just kidding, right? Green, Anatoly, and Gregor. Oh, this is where Mariah leaves. I promise. And this is when we start eating, I think. Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin. Silence is deafening. Dear Dream Studio presents Cooking Companions. After the 3 go to bed, you finally have the opportunity to use the bathroom. Kinda blew out. Wow. How about we just dress blindly along the floor until you find a flashlight in the corner. Let's just not look over. It's gonna make me look over there, isn't it? Hi! Oh, okay, we're good. Yeah, we're fine. Mouse hole. What do I click? Bathtub is filthy. Yes, it will need more than a little elbow grease to get these stains out. Notice a note underneath the bathtub. Oh! May 4th, 1794. This notice shall serve as a summons to the Zakopane courthouse. You are being accused of the following crimes: public disturbance, foul language and demeanor, refusal to testify to previous court cases, and refusal to agree to a search warrant of property. Your hearing is scheduled for October 20th. Failure to attend will result in your immediate arrest and penalties up to hanging. Sincerely, Judge Constance Luce. I can't pronounce that. You take the court summons letter with you. I need to read these notes. I don't know if I can read them in the achievements bar, but I mean, whatever, I'll read them. Is there anything else I can look at? The sink, maybe? Oh, hey, thanks. Someone forgot to restock the toilet paper. That was probably me. Beyond disgusting. Truly the scariest thing you've ever seen. With your interest waning, you decide to leave the bathroom. Time to surprise the others. You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. Why? I cooked... Yeah, I know I cooked it, but why is it vibrating like that? Where did you get that? You ignored Karine's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you... review? The 3 are looking at you, salivating. Take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small cutlets. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing ferociously. You have any more of this? Explain how the meat is stored securely, hidden so you can ration better this. Understand? Thank you. Okay, this time I'm not gonna murder everyone, okay? I don't want her to have the knife, but she'll probably have the knife. But I don't want Anatoly to die. He was my favorite one. Sorry, Anatoly. This time, I won't let you die. You're the second to go, so I'll make sure you don't. Focus is coming back. Gotta read those books. This is the same thing as it was happening before. Speak with Anatoly in the bathroom. You knock on the door first. Anatoly? Checking in on me. Yes. Sick. Not anymore, I think. It was a mental thing. Please don't tell me where the meat came from. I won't. Thank you. You're sure Anatoly will remember that? Wow, look, I have 4 hearts with him. I used to have 5. I'm so sad. And then I just kind of kicked him out. Hours passed, Emil gave everyone the perseverance to keep going, but now the hunger is permanent within them. They're fine now, but soon they'll be begging for more. Waited long enough. What's for dinner? Finally explain that you want to ration the meat better this time, and there will be no dinner. I understand. Better eating tomorrow than today. Besides, call it early, fall asleep, and you have a strange dream. You're having dinner with the blacksmith. He's not touching his food. The only light comes in the oven. He clears his throat. I can forge anything. This is the same thing. Laugh, then the ropes come out. He ties you. Shit. I'm assuming I'm like an old person. Because I'm assuming the arthritis is mostly towards older people. Then we have instances of this guy's like sounds super old and shit like that, but I don't know. His skin looks super like scrawny and shit. But I don't know if that's just like from eating like only meat and shit. You know, but I don't know. Riker, notice anything? Let's gone out. Oh, hey, good morning. Yeah, we should have. That's what she would have wanted. I think he's right. What happens? Oh no, nothing happens. It would have been fun if you clicked on him and something happened. It's taking so long. Boil it faster. It's almost done, man. Calm down. Give the meat in bowls. Riker drinks the broth first. Well, it creates ripples. He isn't eating. Sorry about earlier. What overtook me? Raya. Against the weak. You look over at Kareen. You don't even notice her even start to eat. It's an empty bowl now. Kareen is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? Your spin on most of it has gone bad. How could he be so careless again? Remember Kareen's knife and you think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? This storm isn't ending. Your throat. Anatoly? I know. Not Anatoly again. I'm making sure Anatoly isn't dying this time. Not auto mode. I don't want auto mode. Gregor, no. No, no, no. I'm not sending Anatoly out this time, you guys. Shuffle as you go to bed ravenous. I think his approach is tough. Yes, potato where the chompettes are. He moved on. Oh. Oh shit, that achievement unlock looks shitty. Oh god, it's just us now? The way it always should have been. What do you mean by that? Mind finally manages to forget everything that happened. You fall asleep. So ravenous. Day 10 now. You have a strange dream. You're walking down the steps when you trip and fall. You snap every bone on the way down, landing in the basement as a writhing pile of Russian bones. This is different now. Whispers surround you, then their laughter rings in your ears. You wake in a cold sweat. Things smells terrible in the living room. Anatoly puked in one of the corners and you leave it there. Oh god. I am not going to sacrifice him this time. God, she's crazy. Oh. At least Gregor doesn't seem to be crazy this time. I'm gonna chat with... Okay. I'm going to save it here because I'm actually gonna be smart about this. I'm gonna speak with Anatoly. Near the basement. I don't want him to go. Oh, hey, look, I got another heart. That's so nice. Gregor told me he's heard Mariah. I'm sure Kareen isn't being honest with me. Have you checked out the basement door closely? So often, I can see her peeking out at me through the holes. I really don't want to drown outside, but at least I won't have to have her tormenting me more. In the basement, don't you? Anatoly, I'm here for you. Staying in this cabin is messing with my head. I feel so lost some days. When I was 6, my father asked me to put flowers on the grave of our dead dog, and that dog was very special to him. I helped him find food during the war. When we came back, the thing is, it's like, what war are they talking about? When we came back injured, he brought the dog to meet my mother, who was pregnant with me. I really loved that dog. I carried a vase filled with flowers with me to the forest. Took left when I should have gone right. Lost one full day, and wandering through the forest, crying and panicked. I foolishly skipped breakfast that day, so I was desperate. I tried to, but I couldn't recognize any plants to eat. I tried eating some random plant I found in the woods, but I unplugged all of it. I was humiliated when I stumbled back to my house. I'll never forget my father running up worried, and I was still holding the vase with flowers in it. My entire shirt stained with puke. After that experience, I studied obsessively in my mother's collection of foraging books. I would never starve in the wilderness again. Thank you for everything. No, there's no way this guy's leaving. I'm going back. How do I go back? Yes. How about, speak to Anatoly. I'm gonna try talking again and say that yes, I know it's in the basement instead of being there. Yes, I know it's in the basement. Of course you do. How else would you keep us fed? Looks like he's going to poop. Please get away from me. So it looks like Anatoly will remember that. And I'll help you all out. He's leaving. Is there no way to... I have to sacrifice everyone? So we have to? Shit. I mean, I'll see what happens if you say no, but... Okay. We'll try that one more time. Let's see. No, I don't. Wow. You're not kidding anyone. You're just lying to yourself. Please get away from me. Flash. I'm gonna go back because I want to have 5 hearts. Actually, I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna stop the stream there because I've been streaming for quite a while and I kind of getting late. Jesus Christ, it's 10 o'clock for me right now. So I'm gonna end the stream here. I don't know if this is gonna go in the same direction, but thank y'all for watching. It's definitely been fun. I'm gonna definitely continue the stream probably tomorrow and see what happens if you know, I keep on playing, see if there's different endings. And hopefully there are, because I do not want to watch Anatoly die and everyone else and be haunted by my, you know, unsympathetic thoughts or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. It's Zackle. It's been fun, and I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next. So, bye-bye!